This is the location of the former Nazi death camp at Chełmno nad Nerem, where the Jews of what is today central Poland, then called Reichsgau Wartheland by the occupiers, were destroyed. The decision to build the camp at Chełmno nad Nerem was made by Arthur Greiser. Greiser was the Reich Governor and Gauleiter of the National Socialist German Workers' Party in the Reichsgau Wartheland from the beginning to the very end. Chełmno nad Nerem is not really at the heart of the area where most Jews lived in this region. The largest Jewish population in the region was in Łódź, where 200,000 Jews had lived prior to the war. The killing was to be done next to a manor house which occupied an escarpment and can be seen for kilometres around. Today the location is clearly visible from the motorway, although of course there was no motorway there then. A group of 10 to 15 killers was brought from Fort VII in Poznań, where murders had been taking place since the beginning of the occupation. Men were also brought from Łódź. They were commanded by Herbert Lange. Lange had been murdering patients with psychiatric and physical illnesses using firearms and mobile gassing vans in the Warthegau. He was to be the first commandant at Chełmno nad Nerem. Some of the prisoner Sonderkommando was also brought from Fort VII. They were held in the cellars of the manor house, and it was their job to dig the graves and dispose of the bodies. Chełmno nad Nerem was not a camp, not even in the sense that Bełchatów, Sobibor or Treblinka were. It was a manor house and a granary. It was surrounded by a high fence, so it was secure. Here the victims were brought by lorry and later by train, told to undress, then forced into the gas wagon which once loaded would drive some 5 meters away, kill the occupants using a mixture of exhaust gas and a toxic chemical. Then the exhaust would be disconnected from the inside of the vehicle, which was then driven to the Rzeszów forest where the bodies of the victims were initially buried and then burned. To find out more about the Nazi death camp at Chełmno nad Nerem, click on the link in this video and subscribe to my channel.